Hello, friends and fans. I'm just checking what notifications are going off on my nonsense and making sure everything saying I'm live is live. Leave a comment down below if you can hear me well enough, and then we'll get started. This month's crafting thing is going to be relatively simple. We're going to make some of the big floral brooch corsage nonsense things that I love making all the time. We're going to make probably a range of sizes, and I will have them listed on my shop after this stream is done, and well, maybe not immediately after the shop, like this stream is done, but probably in the next week, maybe I'll have them up. They might go up on Friday as part of I'm doing a big launch for my, what's it called? I'm taking part in Grammari. I can never remember how to properly pronounce the event. It is another Bay Area K event. I'm really excited to be taking part in their second or third year of this. Good, you guys can hear me. That is excellent. Why is all my socials blowing up? Well, I mean, because I'm live, obviously. But so yeah, I'm taking part in that event that goes live on Friday the 4th at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. I think that's noon Pacific because it is the Bay Area K group that's organizing it, so they are based in California. All right, with that, I've been rambling for 2 minutes. Let's get into this evening's whatever craft we're doing. So I have my 2-temp, high temp, low temp hot glue gun. I always have it set at high, but I do have like a specifically just high temp hot glue gun. I don't use him as much though because his cable does not come out. This is very convenient. So I'm going to start off by just plugging him in, and then I have a scrap piece of cardboard that I'm going to put to catch any, you guys can't see it, it's off screen, but any of the glue bits that fall. I'm going to set him over there. Now, this whole decision to do specifically these brooches was 1000% inspired by, I went to the Dollar Tree to get some like little tea light candles for my Halloween decorations, and I saw that they have these little foam mushrooms in stock, and they have them in like a few different colors. And so I'm gonna make mushroom inspired brooches today. I've got blue, I've got red, and I have brown. So I don't know if I'm going to use all of the ones I have right now, but I have a few bags of these. I also found at the Dollar Tree, where's the bag? I have a mix of stuff just around me. There it is. I found these little acorns as well. And then thrifting this week, is it in this bag? Yeah, thrifting this week, I found this bag of things that are, secondhand greenery. And I do love finding my greenery and stuff secondhand as opposed to like going to the stores and buying new fake flowers. Most of the brooch corsage nonsense things I make are about 80% upcycled materials, like this, or have been like old nonsense that I've taken apart. So this one's got some fun berries and then a bunch of leaves and stuff that I also grabbed. This is from, sorry, immediately in front of my apartment building, we have a Japanese style pine, and this is what their pine cones look like. You can kind of see it's a little flat here, and it's got like a rose shape to it, which I think is super cool. Let me see if I can get it like on screen at the same time on both. There. Good enough. That's probably as good as we're gonna get. So I picked up a bag full of them to use these for. Maybe this will be the center of a corsage. Maybe it'll be like an accent with the mushrooms. I haven't decided entirely. They're super cool. And I just, I'll go and I'll pick ones that I think look nice. I think I've got ones that are smaller as opposed to like fully opened kind of rosebud style guys. But this is just something I found outside, and it's sturdy enough that it can actually handle the test of time. These ones I collected over a year ago, so yeah, that was fun. I'm gonna put this bag over here, and then most of what I'm using is actually going to be, hello friend. Most of what I'm going to be using is upcycled nonsense or found items. The mushrooms are literally the only thing besides the acorns. These two little accent pieces I bought new. A lot of the other floral nonsense that I have on hand is stuff that was picked up previously, either thrifting or one friend used to work at a vintage finding store and hooked me up with a bunch of. This is one of the vintage flower pieces. This one was used as display. It's got some Velcro on the back that is really firmly glued on there. But anyway, you won't even notice that when I'm done. So now that I have talked for all of this time, let us get into making a thing. I really want to use the mushrooms. I think I might start with an orange one, just because I want to do something very fall like. Oh, the last thing I have here that I've. So you need felt or fleece. I have this stuff and cardboard. So this that I have here is actually fleece that is left over from when I make my capelets. And then I have just some recent boxes that came in for shipping. I removed the labels from them, but there's both this cardboard box and then this like thin one that's just like a little bit thicker than cardstock. And either one of these would be a good base to use. I think I'm going to go ahead and chop up this box. I also have two sets of scissors, one for the fabric and one for the cardboard, because of course. So there's two different ways that I'll start doing this sometimes. Take that tape off though. Sometimes I'll start with making the shape I want the brooch to be, and sometimes I'll just start by laying out all of the nonsense to be like aesthetic. I think I'm going to start with the shape this time. I want this guy, I want to make a couple of round ones. And then I want to make some that are oval. So I'm just going to cut a square. Where's the best way for you to see? Here we go. Cut a square. And then I'm going to round out the corners so that it's basically round. Doesn't have to be perfect. We just need something sturdy enough to put all of our stuff on. Put those aside for recycling. And then I think I'm going to go ahead, put that right there, and use some of the black as the base. So what I've done is these are two pieces right here that are just the same size that are laying on top of each other. And so I've cut two pieces that are big enough to cover the whole circle. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach the fleece to the cardboard first, and then we attach everything to the cardboard. And good, my hot glue gun is hot now. I'm just going to open these up. And then on the cardboard, you don't want to have very many gaps between where the hot glue and like holds the fabric onto this, because it's a high temp gun. It will create a really strong hold. the reason we have like high temp and low temp hot glue guns is like when it comes to the way hot glue is formulated, the temperature that it's at when it's liquid, it has to reach that temperature again before it loses its strength on the hold. So that's why I recommend high temp hot glue guns. And so I just did a spiral around the whole thing to try and make sure there was as few gaps as possible. And then I press that down. And I'm going to do the same thing for the other side, except first I need more hot glue. I just have a couple of sticks, so we're going to maybe only make 1 or 2 of these brooches because this part does take a lot of glue, but it's very important if you want your thing to actually last. So I'm doing the same thing where I did a bunch of, like I covered the whole thing with a bunch of spirals, and then I'm just doing real quick on the outside part of the fleece because I want to make a proper seal around the edge of the cardboard. So it's completely enclosed and it won't peek out. Just going to press it all down and smooth it out before that glue dries. You just got to be quick about it. So that is the base, and I'm just going to give that another couple of minutes for me to like let it, set up, sure up, be good. And while that's doing that, we can figure out how we're putting stuff on here. So that's the mushroom I really want to use. Haven't opened this yet. Definitely want to put some berries in there. And I'm going to need a lot of greenery, I think. So pull out a bunch of interesting colored leaves. I don't want the holly. That's too Christmas. Ooh, some autumn leaves with some berries attached to it already. Very cool. Ooh, there's some flowers in here too. That's nice. I love the whole color palette of this bag. Okay, so I think I want to put down a bunch of leaves first, just to cover the whole outline of the base. And I'll cut them as needed to put them on there, I think. Now that I have an idea of what I'm doing. I don't want to put too much stuff down on here first because I have to trim it. So I'm going to go ahead and trim the extra fleece off. And I don't know how visible it is on camera, but I can see the outline of the shape based on where like the edge of the glue is. There we go. And you can kind of see here that you can't see the cardboard through the edges because of the extra bit of glue I put down there. So let us, just going to completely cover the base in leaves and then worry about where I'm placing all of the additional accents. And I do want to put like a healthy layer of glue on this whole thing because the leaves themselves are going to be just as important as the base itself. Now, so I've decided they're the base. I want to have a good gradient of colors. know that I'm going to keep the, thank you first of all for saying it's pretty. I really am just making this up as I go. I don't know that I'm going to keep this one. I do have some that I'm like, after I finish making them, I'm like, oh yeah, no, actually this is going to live with me forever. But I don't usually decide I'm keeping them until they're done. So let's see. I am planning on taking photos of most of these with, or whatever I make today, with what I'm currently wearing. Okay, where's the mushroom now? Yes. I will have these on my website after I'm done. I think, for sure. They're going to go online. They're just fun to make. This is definitely one of those crafts that I like to make for other people. And my favorite part is, like, they make also excellent, like, household decorations if you don't feel like wearing it, because it's a lot and it's very loud. Okay. So there's a little gap here, but that's where I'm going to attach the mushroom itself proper. And then I'm going to hide it by sticking a bunch of other stuff up in there. So, like, these leaves. I'm kind of surprised. I think I'm going to be able to get, like, a whole brooch out of basically just that bag of stuff that I picked up thrifting. I don't think I have my wire cutters in here right now. Oh, yay, Phyllis! Okay, so anybody who crafts along with this, like, even if you're watching the replay, I would love to see what you make posted in the Discord and the crafting channel. This is fun. And I really think that this is, like, a good time and a good thing, like a good theme for a thing to have. I'm gonna put those little guys right there. Basically, like, to put on these sticks and stuff, I'm just putting, like, a massive pile of hot glue. If you're worried it's too much, it's probably fine. Like, it's really hard to have too much. Especially if you want it to actually stay there. The trick is to use enough without it being like actually visible at the end. I'm gonna place this flower like right there. But it kind of frames it, but also is like standing on its own. I'm gonna put some acorns. Just a couple to like help hide some of the points on here. So it'll be like little secret acorns, kind of. God, this is cute. Ooh, I want to make a springtime one with the blue mushrooms. Phyllis. I'm just catching up when anybody's written. Thank you for promising to post it. If you don't, I'm gonna bother you until you do. Ooh, embroidered ones are so cool. I haven't quite gotten embroidery down yet. Like, I have a machine that does it for me. He's underneath the table. Maybe one of these crafting live streams, we will just sit along and do. I'll have my machine running, and it'll just be a full ASMR episode because it's loud. And if somebody wants to do hand embroidery while my machine's going, that would be fun. Okay, I'm happy with this. I think most of that glue has set up. It only takes like 30 seconds for the glue to actually like firm up, which is one of the reasons I love hot glue. It's great. It's convenient. This is, where is it? The first brooch. Camera. So you can see there are the little white beads. Over here is the secret acorn that is just kind of hiding the stems. I like him. So worn, it will look like that. And the last thing he needs to be finished off is some pins. So I've got somewhere I had, oh no, I've moved stuff. I shifted things around. Where did they go? I might have to turn around and grab some more from behind me. I have little pin backs. Okay. Let me grab some. Because I make so many of these, I just have a massive amount of these pin backs. I have them in a couple different sizes. I love making different brooch guys. I pulled out a handful earlier, and I moved stuff around when I was cleaning, and now I don't know where I moved them. They will show up when I least expect them. These are the pin backs that I have. So they've got a flat back on one side, and then on the other side it is a spring pin, so you can just press it down and he opens up. I have literally probably more than 1,000 of them. I like using these. I find that they're easy enough to put on, and then the other thing that I'll do is I will put like 2 of these guys and then 1 or 2 alligator clips, just so that if I want to wear it as a hairpiece, I can. I could use 2-way clips, but I find that they're smaller, and so they're harder to actually use, if that makes sense. So there is up. I'm going to go ahead and put, careful not to burn yourself, guys. This stuff will burn you if it touches your skin, which is why, like, I know on my Discord, and I think also on Instagram, I did have an optional like finger guard kind of guy, and this is the main time I feel that you would need that little finger guard, because if you get the glue on you, it's gonna suck. The other reason I like alligator clips is on something that's got a lapel or a collar, like what I'm wearing right now, this vest. Instead of pinning it onto the garment and stabbing holes in your clothes, you can just use the alligator clip to secure it in place. I think I'm just going to do 1 of each for this guy because he's so lightweight, because the mushroom itself is foam. And it's basically just leaves on here. Leaves. Lots of leaves. Yeah, I didn't even have to dig into the other stash of stuff I have here. I think let's do another one. And He's gonna be a blue mushroom now. Let me grab that other half a square. Let me know if I'm going too fast or if you need me to slow down or if you have any questions or anything like that. Because I'm just going by what's most natural to me at this point. Where did I put my fleece? Oh, there it is. I was like, oh no, where did they go? Okay. Move all of my backings to a place where they're not going to get lost and put them right here for you guys. For anyone else that's watching the replay and is not in my Discord, why aren't you in my Discord? It's fun, I promise. It's kind of quiet and it's chill, but there's a bunch of cool people in it, I promise. I suppose you could always tag me on Instagram. So I'm going to make one with the blue mushroom. I'm so excited about these mushrooms, guys. I can't even tell you. They're just little foam guys, but I want to do something else with them besides just the brooches, and I haven't decided what that's going to be because they are just foam. So like something like this is fine. I'm actually going to go ahead and put this. Yeah. Okay, for this one, I want to use more flowers. So, even though it's the same amount of space, me. I'm gonna make it spring, so I'm gonna use a bunch of pinks and soft blues, especially because it's like the mushroom itself is a soft blue. So some of these are from the vintage finding store that I mentioned before and a few times, I think, when I've done stuff with these guys. I was lucky. I was able to get a lot of these flowers on like super discount. So like I just took a price tag off of this guy and it says that it was $20. It's got a pin back already on it. I don't know if you guys can see that. Ooh, spooky brooch. Spooky, spooky. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I know it's November now. We're 2 days into November. I'm not ready to let go of spooky season yet, and I don't feel like I should. I should just keep celebrating if that's what my spooky heart wants. So I think that's what I'm gonna keep doing. Okay. Time to trim him. Too big. I don't think this one's gonna be hard. Yeah, spooky November. Spooky is a state of mind. I still have all of my Halloween decorations up, and I don't plan on taking them down anytime soon. I love them too much to do that. This might be a relatively short stream today because I am going to have to stop as soon as I run out of glue. I'm on my last stick. These guys use a lot of glue, guys. Okay, I'm going to do a silly thing in a minute. should have put down some of these like beads before I got to the point I'm at right now, but that's okay. Make it work moments. My workspace is just, you know, a bed of chaos, which is how I always end up working. Just gotta hold it until they set. No. No. Okay. I need something. Sorry, this has been like a very quiet live stream. I hope you guys are all cool with just, we're chilling the vibe right now. So my workspace is a perpetual zone of chaos. And I just so happen to have these like plastic rhinestone beads. I have at least one more set of them around here somewhere. Oh, there's them. These are bigger guys. These ones are from Dollar Tree. These ones are from Amazon. They're a little smaller. I got the smaller ones to, I have a pair of wire U shoes that you fill them with stuff. And like a fool, I was like, I'm going to fill them with fake diamonds. And it'll be so cool. They are very cool, but they are very heavy. I think I might just glue these around. I don't know. That's why I bought the big ones, was to do exactly that. Just glue them around on things. The size difference between these two diamonds. It's kind of hilarious. No, those look silly. So I guess he's done. I feel like maybe I could make one more small one. This is what the second guy looks like. I really like the roses on him. I definitely feel like this is more of a headpiece because you can see more of it than a brooch, but maybe he's fine as a brooch. I think it's better to show it this way because you can see more of the light. I really like these, like the little bead guys that came out of the thrifted bag of findings. He's cute. The real challenge now is like to not make just another 50 brooches because I have all the stuff out. That's what happened with the unicorn horns. Anybody who follows me on Instagram, probably like on the Gato Getaway account, they probably saw the unicorn horn that I made just before Halloween. I think I shared it there. I know I shared it on the Discord. And then there are now a dozen of them sitting in my living room because I made one. I really liked it. And then I made more. I was really excited with how it came out. I am going to use one of the diamonds as like a little hidden feature inside of this flower. Someday somebody else will discover that and it'll be a cute accent. Little secret accent. Do I put more leaves? I feel like I should. No, he's done. Okay. We toss the extras aside. I'm happy with that. The danger of making these things is just then getting hooked to making these things, which I've already, I think I said that just 2 minutes ago. It's like now I'm all set up. What if I just made a whole bunch of them? All right. So these are the two I came up with today. Oh, let me go ahead and put the backing on this guy. I want the other kind. That. And there's that. That was fun. All right. So I made this little guy with the brown mushroom. Very fall, very autumn, which was the goal for today's stream. So I got that one. And then I made this one, which is very pastel. I don't know that I have anything that would go with it perfectly, although it would look really cute with the Angelic Forest mushroom print that they came out with. I cannot remember the name of it. But that, or just in a general pastel cottagecore kind of nonsense. Maybe in a pastel Mori guy. I don't know. Maybe I'll try and come up with 2 outfits with these brooches before I list them on to my web shop. But I think that's going to be it for today. This was a relatively short stream. I know I tend to go for like an hour and a half, 2 hours. But I was definitely limited by how much hot glue I have, and I'm down to my last stick. I got most of a stick, but so I guess if you guys want to do this again down in the future and like make your own brooches, make sure you have plenty of hot glue because you're going to need it. It's just nice that it sets up so fast. I'm pulling on these things to make sure that everybody's like in there securely. They're good. So that's it, guys. Thank you, guys, friends, folks, pals, for joining this month's live stream. My Discord has already voted on what we will be doing next month. We will be making capes, capelets, more specifically, like probably wrist to elbow length capes. I haven't decided which, and I think part of it will depend on, I'll do a poll on the Discord to see how much people want to spend on supplies, and so that'll affect how much yardage of fabric we get, and generally how big the whole thing will be. It's going to be a little more complicated, I think, because we're going to have to cut it together. That, or I will try and make a digital pattern, but I think we don't need a pattern per se. We can do it all with just measurements and shapes, cut kind of to order. So, especially if it's just like an elbow length cape, that'll be easy. If you're not in the Discord, please consider joining. Thank you for joining me today. I'm glad you guys like the children that we've come up with. There they are. I'm trying to remember my calls to action. So if you're not already in the Discord, please consider joining. You'll get the updates first for when these lives are happening. It's generally the first Wednesday of the month, and generally around 7 p.m. I'm going to be going live and doing the monthly crafts. But you can vote on what we do for the monthly crafts, and you can request things if you are a member of the Discord. You also get updates on all of my shop nonsense. Right now there is a pre-sale happening for Discord members only for my other newest obsession item, the unicorn horns that I've come up with. They're super cool. I mentioned these just a little bit ago that I got obsessed with the design, and then I've made about a dozen of them. I do plan to have them at the Bay Area K holiday pop-up as well. I am obsessed. I do plan to make more and try and have these as a general stock item, but they're probably going to be just winter and spring, and then I might restock at the end of next year, because a lot of my random craft guys, I only make them in batches, and so I'll go and I'll make a whole bunch of them, and then I spend most of my year actually sewing garments. So that's a thing. If you want one of these now, check out the Discord. Otherwise, they will be live on the shop on Friday. If you liked this craft along live stream, feel free to join me again next month. I have a few more fun videos planned for this month as well. I'm doing, finally, I think, my video about Nightcore that I've been wanting to do for a while. I am doing a video about wearing Renaissance fair garb in everyday fashion. This hat is the most recent Ren Fair acquisition. I got it the last weekend that I went, and I have to do a separate video about this guy, but I think he's going to be a part of my regular OG closet. I had planned a full OG cord for today, but then I got my allergy shots, and you probably can maybe see how big the welt is. They're not very happy today. I had my allergies are a thing. But I think that's everything. I'm not going to ramble on for too much longer. So, with that, I hope you guys all have an amazing morning, afternoon, night, wherever you are, especially if you're watching the replay. Thank you for joining me. And I'll see you in my next video, and probably immediately after this on the Discord. So, have a great night, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.